Staying on the topic of black heroes, Bill Cosby was recently convicted on 3 accounts of sexual assault, and if convicted can spend up to 30 years in jail, 10 years for each crime. And it opened up a dialogue about black heroes in our community. And it kind of started, this conversation started a little bit with Kanye West last week, and then with the Bill Cosby conviction, it's kind of just doubled itself over the past week or so.
We don't really get to choose our heroes as black people. We just are left to support those who make it, right? We rally behind those who make it far enough because we can recognize that that's a feat, and we recognize the need for support in order for you to get further. We will sacrifice the whole for the one to get to glory, if you will, and then represent us all. Hopefully they'll reach back, bring us up one by one, and then we'll all make it. That's the hope. And with Bill Cosby, it's difficult because he's a staple of a lot of people's childhoods. Like, they watched the Huxtables. They were the first family that was just a normal black family on TV. They weren't dealing with, racial issues in that way. It wasn't some kind of poverty-stricken or thugged out show. It was just black people doing well. It's just sad. It's just sad. Speaking of being caught up in fictional universes, that was a family that people loved and felt that they were a part of, and now that has been shattered because we gave privilege and herodom to someone who straight up did not deserve it. Most people don't, by the way, but it just turns out that our hero in a cape is a serial rapist. What?
Yeah, it's tough, and where I always struggle with is the amount of clout that we give to celebrities. And as I was explaining to Joy, it's hard for me to look at a celebrity and say they are my hero. Mm-hmm. But what Joy countered with is saying is that these people are accomplishing amazing feats and are providing voices for individuals who may not have voices. Mm-hmm. So they see themselves in a higher place where they may not thought they could achieve themselves. Mm-hmm. And, I understand that, but again, like, when I look at heroes, like who I consider heroes, to me are like true change agents of the world. I'm not saying that Bill Cosby and other celebrities aren't change agents of the world. Like, to heroes, to me, like the Dr. Kings, the Toni Morrisons, the Maya Angelou's, the Malcolm X. These are individuals who made a transformational change in society. And I'm not saying that celebrities can't have that same impact, but I don't know, I just don't get broken in the same way. It's just because I don't place celebrities on that high of a plane. And I think it forces us to look and realize that all these individuals are human.
Everyone is human.
Everybody is so human, but because they have a camera in their face or they have access to millions of people, we somehow believe their opinions or their success is more important than somebody else. And the truth is that they're not.
No, they're flawed, all incredibly flawed.
Flawed, just like you and I. They just, instead of going to work,
worse.
Exactly. Instead of going to work at a 9 to 5, they're doing a 9 to 5 at a place where TV cameras follow them and their opinions matter. So it's a challenging juxtaposition for me because I don't. On one hand,
relate to it.
On one hand, I understand, but on the other hand, I don't, because I didn't look at Bill Cosby as a hero.
I personally didn't either. I was more of a Fresh Prince type of girl, but I think that we came in a little later as well. We weren't like the Cosbys. We were at the tail end of the Cosbys, so we were Fresh Prince people. But think about how disappointed you would be if you found out some stuff about Will Smith. Like, how disappointed would you be?
It would be disappointing.
You wouldn't.
But to me, it's not like my hero. Like, that's what I'm trying to say.
No, it's not your hero, but it's a disappointing situation.
Yes, we could be disappointed.
And I feel for these women. And I was online and I noticed that he was first accused in 1965.
What?
Yes. 19.
So this has been going on for a half a century.
Yes.
That's
like
sick.
literally almost our parents' age. Our parents were children. So I'm baffled at how this was even a thing, and it says a lot about society, and it says something better about society than it does something bad. It says, okay, listen, it was bad before, it's getting better now though. There is justice that's going to be served, not for everybody, but for a lot of people, and that's progress. We have to be happy for the progress. And I want to say this, because you touched on it earlier. When you are, so if you take a Kanye West, somebody who's from the south side of Chicago, when your only dream, like when your ultimate is to escape the south side of Chicago, like your ultimate dream isn't even to see the world become a better place, because your world isn't huge. You don't know much more than your own backyard. So when you see somebody that has left the south side of Chicago, they made it, they have money, they have fame, they have a voice, because you don't even have that where you are. And then to see them turn around and bash your experience, which you know they have experience too, hurts a certain way, because it invalidates what you're feeling, and you already don't have much of a voice. So that's why it matters.
I got you.
That's why it matters.
So it's just for me,
we grew up in the suburbs.
So this is my privilege talking.
It's 100% your privilege talking.
I got you, and I'll recognize that, because it's again, I'm just not moved in the same way that a lot of people are.
Yeah.
And if that's my privilege talking, then I will bow out, and I will not talk badly upon those who are. And I'm not talking badly upon. It's just something I'm not experiencing.
It's a good dialogue. I think a lot of people are probably having this conversation. I personally don't feel threatened by what Kanye West is saying, because I can look at him and be like, yo, that's not right. But there's other people, like I said, who don't have a voice, and they don't have the luxury of saying, that isn't right. Okay, I'm going to continue on, because he's making things worse for them.